Hey there folks, and welcome back for another shaving video. Today we're going to use Uncle John's Cucumber Melon. A nice sweet scent on this soap. Cucumber melon, pretty much your typical cucumber melon. Almost a little powdery on the scent. Scent strength, I'd call it about 7. It's definitely over medium, and we will try this one out today. We're also going to use the Above the Tie G1 single edge razor again, so we'll see how we do with that. Let me wet the face and let's get going. Stay tuned. All right, and let's see how we do today with Uncle John's soap. I like Uncle John quite a bit. He's a straight up guy. If you've never seen his videos, go check him out. He is definitely one of those folks that is a straight shoot. I remember, I think it was in the last week or so, he had made a video where he came back and said, I guess initially he made a video about shea butter, and he was not convinced that it really had any positive effect on the shave, but then he actually bought some and used it, and he came back and said, you know what, I was wrong. It does have an effect. So I appreciate somebody who's willing to admit they are wrong and come back and correct the record, because we do have folks in this hobby who both vendors and other folks who will no matter what the circumstance, they'll spin it to suit them rather than just saying, okay, you know what, you have a point. And Uncle John is not one of those people. He is a straight shooter, honest, definitely the type of person I like to do business with, because I know he's not going to try to hoodwink me, or he doesn't think that he's so clever that he's going to try to pull the wool over my eyes and fleece me somehow. And so anyway, I really appreciate his honesty and his candor. And sometimes he makes videos like to help soap makers, like, hey, here's how I do my labels. He shares what he learns, and that's counterintuitive for some soap makers who feel like, I don't want to help anybody else compete against me, but he's happy to share what he knows, and I think that's really nice. I think that says something about him as a person, that he's willing to help others, even though it may be competition. I know the Cyberts, via their book, has sort of helped in that same regard, and soap makers do help each other. Some, others will not. I know Chris Cullen has helped folks, and there's a number who have, but some will not. Some, treat everything like it's the Colonel Sanders recipe, locked up in a vault somewhere. And I understand that too, because, they're not there to further their own demise. I get that, but I also appreciate people who do. So that was a really nice first pass. Stay tuned, we'll come back for pass 2. All right, that was quite good. Anyway, so yes, I appreciate Uncle John. Just a regular guy. He just sort of does things in a very deliberate way. There's no, man behind the curtain, bait and switch. No, pulling the strings and trying to really be, get a little more water in here. Trying to really be tricky and fool people. I appreciate that. Maybe I'm a simpleton or a rube, but I appreciate when people are just straight up, and more importantly, I really appreciate when they can admit that they've made a mistake and just sort of eat the crow, and rather than, sometimes when people apologize, they'll go, well, if I hurt your feelings, I apologize. No, it's just, I apologize. So anyway, he does things in the way I like. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's talk a little bit about the soap and the razor. The Above the Tie G1, which is what the razor I'm using, single edge razor, uses the gem style blade. I always get questions about single edge razors and what the allure of them is, and partially It's different, but single edge blades are more rigid than double edge blades. Double edge blades are usually thinner, single edge blades are thicker. But some people really like the fact that there's no flex in single edge blades, and so that's why they really appreciate it. Others have, you know, other reasons, but that's pretty much the reasons most folks who really just don't like DE and use single edge prefer it, because these blades work better for them because they don't flex, they're very rigid, and you tend to get more shaves out of single edge blades, be it Artist Club style blades, this style, or the only one that really doesn't yield quite as many is the feather single edge blade that's made, that goes into one blade. It won't give you any more shaves than a regular DE blade, but usually these gem style blades will at least a few more shaves. And again, it depends on your face and the beard. All right, let's rinse the face. We'll come back for pass 3. All right, here we go. Pass 3. It's been a nice shave. No problems at all with the soap. One of the things about Uncle John as well is he continues to work on his formula, because this soap is considerably softer than the previous ones that I've had from Uncle John, and easier to lather, I must say. And I think now he's going to be adding that shea butter to his recipe. So look for more changes to the formula as he improves, and again, I like that. And I truly believe in his case, he's doing this to, you know, improve the product. He's not doing it just as a sales grab, like, oh, I'm changing the formula, so now you need this formula. I think he's really making improvements. I think a lot of artisans do that as well. Sometimes I think, you know, there is a little financial incentive in there, but I realize they're also, you know, making improvements, and you can't really blame them. All right, let's see how we do with pass 3. I've had a pretty good run today with the Gem single edge razor. It has treated me nicely today. It's a good shaver, that I can tell you. I did receive some email comments from folks who said it looks a little bit fiddly. If you take it all the way down and take the little hook out, yeah, it's a little fiddly. If you just unscrew it and take the top cap off and put the blade in, it's not as fiddly. But just by virtue of its design, having 4 pieces, you know, if you take it apart, it's going to be a little more effort putting it back together than your DE or your standard DE with a 3 pieces or a 2-piece. However, he is, again, making some changes on this, so that hook can only fit one way, so you can't turn it and get the wrong way. Or and he's also making some changes so you can keep the angle or find the angle easier, I should say. So just be aware of that. I'm using a prototype. It's not the finished product, and it will be tweaked. And so there is that. All right. Really good shave with it today, must say. No weepers, cuts, or anything. So let's rinse the face, come back with a post. Stay tuned. All right, and in comes the magic made by witches, Thayers Witch Hazel, which you see here every single day. Great stuff. Feels great on the face. This one is lemon. A gentleman emailed me yesterday, and he had Dickinson or some brand, and it's just regular old witch hazel. And some people don't like the medicinal type scent of just regular old witch hazel. It's why I use Thayers. Now, they make others, Humphreys and whatnot, but Thayers, when you get the lemon or peach or cucumber, I think smell very nice. You don't get a lot of that medicinal type scent. So if you're worried about that, try Thayers. Works well. Okay, review of the gear before we get to the aftershave. Above the tie G1 single edge. Did a great job today. A little easier for me finding the angle today, so I'm just sort of taking to it. Really nice razor, no problems whatsoever with it. Uncle John's Cucumber Melon. If you like sweet scents, this is definitely a nice soap. The only critique I would have is, I don't think this label is waterproof because I dropped a water on there. So that's something Uncle John may want to look at to improve as time goes. Remember, we call it like we see it here, and a waterproof label for shaving stuff is good. Maybe it's supposed to be waterproof, but that soap drop definitely made the colors run there. So that's something to think about. And what else? Oh, RazoRock 400. I love this brush. It's really outstanding. Today we're going to use Folsom & Company Capri aftershave. Not that it smells like cucumber melon, because it does not. But it's great stuff all the same. Had a good run today with the Uncle John, by the way. I like that this Uncle John soap was easier to lather than some of the ones in the past. So he's tweaking and changing and improving, and I think we'll see even better products coming out of Uncle John's as he continues to tweak and improve, and that's a wonderful thing. All right, folks, thanks everyone for watching. Remember, in the head shave video later today, that'll probably be this afternoon, I'll announce the winner of the Range Leather giveaway, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. I'll actually go and draw in between this and the head shave, and we will get that done. The cutoff is already here, so you can't enter because I'm getting ready to draw, but make sure you stay tuned to check that out. You've been watching the most prolific wet shaving blog, video blog, I always forget video, in the world. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me. Until next time, let's help make the entire world shave great once again.